So after the flea market, we dipped down to Newburyport, Massachusetts, and let me tell you, it was gorgeous. There is an antique barn I've been wanting to go to called Oldies, and it's right on the water, and it is a red barn. It's open on both ends, so it's really an experience. You get to see the water, you get to smell the salt, you get to taste the salt, and the seagulls that you get to hear. So let's hop right into it. Here is a picture of the building from the outside. Big red barn. And the pups were with me. Let's go in and start shopping. The first booth is filled of different lamps, a lot of primitives in this particular antique mall, a lot of mantiques, lots of wood items and old tools. I found this glass vase. I'm not sure who makes it, but it definitely looks like an older piece. It was real pretty. I like the color blends on it, perfect for fall. This is the largest L.E. Smith Moon and Star candy dish I have ever seen. It was $125. I didn't want to even take the lid off. It was so heavy. This vendor was like floating in the middle, and she had a table full of jewelry and just really fun brooches to look through. There was a lot to go through. And I gotta say, this antique mall was really busy, so it was hard for me to film. I'm trying to be really selective where I'm pointing the camera. There was a butterfly brooch, and their prices were not that bad. They were right around $6 each, and I was being a little selective because I had just spent all that money over at the flea market, and I got 33 pieces of jewelry already, so I picked up a couple, but not too many because, you know, I just bought a lot. These really intrigued me. I thought it was a brooch, and then I'm like, oh, no, wait, they're clip-ons. Where's the other one? Right next to it. So I flipped it over so people would know they were clip-on earrings. And then the next booth had wood boxes, and I have another crazy project in my head. So I'm looking them over. I liked that squirt one. I think it was $50, though. And I don't know what the average price is for wood box. If you know, let me know, because I have a plan in my head, and I need about 12 of them. Don't ask. Look at the basket. It was a nice basket. And there's a canoe, nice for display. There was a cookie jar. This pottery kind of reminded me a little bit of Bill Campbell with the glaze. It wasn't, but that purple glaze gave me a little Campbell vibe. I liked it. I don't remember how much it was. And then down here, there was a little bit more pottery that I had to look at. And sorry for the shadows, but I can't help nature. And there was a Canadian pottery elephant. And then down here, there was some dishware. This is green. I thought for a second was going to be uranium, but after I picked it up, I'm like, no, that's definitely not uranium. But I had to check it out because it was a shape I've never seen before. And then down here, there was more dishware, little tidbit tray, some old furniture that looked really nice on display, some teapots up here. And then down here, there was a little bit of silver plate, I believe. And then this tiki mug really caught my attention. He had bejeweled eyes, an angry face. I think he was like $39. Don't quote me on that. And then over here, this display case was all glass. There was like 2 rows of nothing but glass. And this little egg shape candy dish caught my eye. I believe it might have been neodymium. And then this pottery vase also caught my eye. It wasn't marked anywhere on the bottom, so I wasn't sure who made that. It had this like texture on it and little dimples that really caught my eye. All right, I think that egg was a Waterford. Little depression glass tidbit tray. And then up here there was a little nut bowl, some carnival glass. And then this is like that satin glass that's super soft, and it has the enamel work on it and double handled. Real pretty. It had some condition issues around the edge though. And then there was all these Wade Whimsies, so of course I have to stop and look, see if there's any harder to find. These were all pretty common ones, but unbeknownst to me at the time, right to my left, in those little baggies, were the harder to find ones. So I was like, oh, wait, here they are. Look at that. So there was some like mermaids, some of the ocean ones. I believe they were marked separately, like right around like $6 up on the special ones. And then we found some Kimper, old pottery, ceramic dishware. And over here, there was some candlesticks. Oh, buttons, lots of buttons. I like the display in the back there. The orange and the black looked great for Halloween. I don't pick up buttons, but seeing them all together like that was really fun. And then up here on the shelf, there was a couple of little piano babies. Here we are on the other side of that glass rack, and of course the purple glass catches my eye. I don't know if those are wine goblets or ice cream goblets. You could use them for either. They will work. And I love the silver rim glasses. I don't know much about glassware. I just like what I like. There was these large fishing orbs, and they were so heavy. I had to hold the basket so it didn't fall over when I looked at them. And here's a last look at the ocean before we move on. Rocco taking a nap. That cannot be comfortable. And then we went to a Goodwill real quick. I just wanted to pop in and see if there's anything I needed. Here in the Christmas aisle, I thought this might be a Jim Shore, but it wasn't. And then down below it, there was a safety pin snowman lamp, which was very well done. I probably should have picked it up. It was pretty cute, but I don't know. That's just not my thing. I liked it though. I hemmed and hawed over it and then decided, no, I don't need it. All right, I will pick up Christmas soon. It's coming any day now. This was cute. It was like a little honey-do list, and it had like a little hammer on it for decor. The wood section was a little bare this week, but you know, we're gonna look through it. That's Pretzel snoring in the background. That was real pretty. I like the flower slate. I thought maybe there was a spot for that in the van, but then I'm like, nah, I don't need it. I think that was the basket cover, and it was marked on the bottom. I thought that would be a Temptations vase, and it was marked with a bunch of stuff on the bottom, but I couldn't read it. So I left it, didn't need it. And then these houses, I know some of them are worth good money. I don't know which ones. So I kind of just avoid them. It wasn't marked at all, so it led me to believe it wasn't one that is collectible. So I kept walking. Cute little boy. I believe he was Yukago? Was his mark on the sticker? And then down here there were a large blue glass fishbowl. No fish is going to see out of that. And then down here there was more baskets. I probably should have brought that lid over to see if I could find its match, but just looking over it again right now, I don't see its match, so no loss there. This was a really fun pottery mug, but it was mass-produced, not a handmade one. I'm looking for the handmade pottery mugs. There's the pups in tow, and a really cool ceramic teapot. I thought that was nice as well. And I wasn't having a whole lot of luck at this particular Goodwill. This is a Goodwill I come to, and I usually find like one magnificent thing, and that's it. This was a really cool plate. I think somebody hand painted it after the fact. I don't think it was made like this. I could be totally wrong, but I thought it would be nice for Thanksgiving. And then up here there was another little floral vase. And then I thought I hit the jackpot because this looked like Mackenzie Childs. It had the red clay bottom. It had the stamp like a Mackenzie Childs. I'm like, the paint kind of could be Mackenzie Childs, but I couldn't read it. And finally I broke out my magnify glass and it was not. So I left it, sadly. I thought I hit my one good thing. Cute little cats. And then over here were all the picture frames. I don't usually pick up picture frames. So I left, and then the last stop was the Cabot Mills Antique Mall. We're back in Maine now, and we have been here before, but we are going to go quickly through. It hasn't been too long since we've been here. Those paperweights were in the last video. Look at that vase in the back there. Oh no, that's a lampshade. That's a lampshade. But I'm looking at the jewelry right now, seeing if there's anything new added to this case. It's one of my favorite cases. This vendor has a couple cases in this antique mall, so I always stop at her cases. I have bought from her before. She usually has a ton of micro mosaics, which is why I like her particular booths. Look at those Santas. Those are adorable. Now this vendor, I just love the aesthetic of her booth. Look at it. It just like invites you in and says, sit down and have a cup of tea with me. It's like an indoor English garden. It's so pretty. Look at the little miniature couch. It's so cute. I don't do miniatures, but I don't know. Kat keeps telling me to be on the lookout for them. All right, over here, there was some Italian candlesticks in the back, but I was checking out that large paperweight in the front. There's some lacquer dishware there, more teacups. And then up here, there was more glasses. And in the back, there was a large charger plate. And then that bowl in the front, I think it's a finger bowl, was really, really pretty. I wonder if it glows. And then in here was a ton of Anderson pottery. And I know we looked at it before, but look at how good this is. There's seals, there's lots of different birds, there's a bunny. And of course, I've said it before, Anderson was out of Maine, so you can find a wide variety of Anderson design pottery in Maine. There's a little walrus back there, I think. So cute, little chubby birds. And then these intrigued me. They are candelabras and a large center candelabra and then two little ones. So look at that. I mean, look at that. Like what? And they're so delicate. Like, no, I'm not shipping those. I'm not buying them. But if I had a house, I would probably put them in there. They're not very van sturdy, but they look amazing. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with them. Okay, and then down here, there was a whole bunch of Scotty dog brooch pins that I had to take a look at. That one was a dancer. That was not a Scotty dog. But in the end, I did not get any because I had already gotten so much jewelry this weekend. I really didn't need any more, but fun to look at. And then over here, there was some Roseville in the back, more jewelry, and some cute little figurines. And up here, there was more figurines. And I was looking at that bowl. I think that was a Nash. They had it marked as a Nash. And then look at all this rookwood. These are very rare bookends. And they were over $1,000. I mean, they were gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Lots of rookwood in this case. And I believe this vendor has another case. There's a Steuben red stretch glass plate up there. Fenton cups. And then this vendor has a ton of rhinestone jewelry, which always catches my eye because it's so blingy. There's some cameos in there. Look how pretty that all looks on display. Just very well done. Some butterflies. And then there was some more Holt Howard. The Holt Howard is following me. These were obviously the Cozy Kitty shakers. They still had their noise makers, but there was a lot of like discoloration. They were in great shape on top, but they were $36. I thought there was not enough wiggle room, so I had to leave them, very sadly. And then down there was a lot of Viking glass. That purple glass caught my attention. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know. Cambridge maybe? That's just a guess. And there was some yellow depression glass. And then there's that Murano vase again, just sitting there. I was hoping that the vendor was going to be on sale. I would have picked it up had they had just a little bit of a sale, but at $100, and I don't know, not enough wiggle room. Over here, looking at the booths, there's some jewelry that caught my attention there, some copper. And then there was the micro mosaics. I did end up getting a couple of the micro mosaics out of the case, so I was excited about that. And then they had some sterling silver over here and a little bit more rookwood to look at. This is the other booth from the same vendor, and man, they have quite the collection of rookwood. It is beautiful. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.